after blast ripped through a famous eatery in Bengaluru. Rameswaram Cafe was back on its feet within a few days, but the probe agencies were working round the clock to track down the accused, investigate their motives and reveal the larger picture. Here on the right stand, we tell you what transpired in the 42 days between the blast and the arrest of the two accused. The alleged bomber and the alleged mastermind, Mussavir Hussain, Shazib and Abdul Matheen, Taahaa, were arrested from Bengal's Digha on the 12th of April. Fresh investigation details accessed here at CNN News 18 via our group editor security Manoj Kumar Gupta have revealed a Lashkar link, and this is important as some disgruntled elements used ISIS and Lashkar to carry out attacks in Bharat. So what exactly was the motive for this blast? Here's what we've learned from our sources within the intel agencies. Major arrests and crackdown on terror sympathizers and radicals had halted the operations of these accused. They wanted to show their handlers that they were still relevant. They were taking regular money from abroad and were answerable to these handlers who were sitting abroad. They didn't want their handlers to disown them and leave them high and dry here in Bharat. Their aim was to keep the anti-establishment sentiment alive. It was a multi-state operation by the NIA from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu to Andhra Pradesh and finally West Bengal, and that's how far the terror suspects travelled to escape the law and escape scrutiny and attention. They were using crypto money traders available on digital platforms like Telegram to not leave a money trail, but that didn't work. Agencies got their first breakthrough after CCTV footage from the blast site and very visible marks like cap and glasses were seen. That was used to get the first sense of their identity. The accused was then tracked to Bellary in Karnataka, seen on a state transport bus en route the area which was notorious for being home to an ISIS module. That's where he was seen without his cap. This cap that was left behind outside a mosque gave the next location. It was traced to a cellar in Chennai. The two accused were then tracked down there with the help of CCTVs, and Abdul Matheen Taahaa's name then cropped up. Finally, with the help of inputs received from the state-run transport buses and these terror suspects were tracked down to Bengal, Kolkata and then finally to Digha. Joining us now is YC Modi, former DG NIA. Namaste and Jai Hind, sir. Thank you for your time. In this continuing investigation into this arrest and busting of this ISIS module, some fresh details have also emerged. They are not only highly radicalized, they've used multiple destinations, but their intent was to continue to stay on in Bharat. They didn't want to leave the country. They just wanted to hide, lie low and then strike again. Is this a cause for worry?
Anand, from my experience in NIA, I can tell you one thing, that for a decade or so, ISIS has started a particular method of creating these type of modules and committing terrorist acts in the country. What they do is, first of all, they will radicalize young boys belonging to middle class families who are not very highly educated, generally read up to school level or 10+2, maybe occasionally one or two science graduate or engineers, but they select the people who are tech savvy. Right. And those tech savvy boys are told to use internet extensively and communicate through like channels like media like Telegram, etc.
Right.
And once these boys are radicalized, then these boys are told to do a particular act. In fact, these boys come up with the proposals of doing. When it is approved, then they send some money through cryptocurrency. Right. And these boys are told certain things, that they should use public transport. Generally, correct, these boys wear good clothes so that they can merge with the local population without any problem. They create fake identity documents, yes, which can be used for
Yeah,
hotel
they have
stay
they have
for
photoshopped
getting,
Hindu identities in this case, which they have
mobile
used
connection.
at motels, etc., Mr. Modi. But I want to bring your attention back to this using platforms, encrypted platforms like Telegram, and using cryptocurrency. How easy or difficult then does this become to track them, trace such activities? Because such entities repeatedly are using highly encrypted platforms, and they are using random agents for crypto transactions who are not linked directly to them. How do you catch them?
No, because radicalization is a very, very big challenge for the law enforcement agencies, in fact, for the society as a whole. So, it's a question of keeping eyes and ears open. And most of the radicalization these days is being done through internet. So, our agencies will have to remain alert to these type of situations and these type of websites where radicalization material is available. Our agencies are capable of getting into the channels, these platforms, and finding out who are subscribing to these channels and who are active on these platforms.
Right.
So, undoubtedly, it is a very difficult task, but our agencies are quite capable. In fact, strength of NIA is the extensive database it has of all the terrorists belonging to ISIS, Kashmiri militants, Sikh terrorists inside India and outside India, Naxals and Northeast insurgents. And we had excellent cooperation. NIA has excellent cooperation with other law enforcement agencies because NIA has been quite actively sharing the information with these other
But here is the
state,
question, Mr.
as
Modi.
well as central law
The question is, yes, there is cooperation with between central law enforcement agencies and the state anti-terror squads and state police units across multiple states. But are you worried that there are many other such sleeper cells who are waiting to strike or ready to attack? This form of hybrid terrorism, is it a big threat for us?
No, undoubtedly it is a threat. But I personally feel, and from my own experience, that because of alertness of agencies like NIA and other central agencies and state agencies, especially of the Telangana, Andhra, we will ensure, NIA and other agencies would ensure that these people are not able to do anything, any major attack or become successful.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for your time, Mr. YC Modi. Thank you for speaking with us and sharing with us your perspective. We're going to take a very short break. When we come back, we set up the big day, ladies and gentlemen. Phase 1 of the Lok Sabha polls 2024. Go Vote is a campaign here on CNN News 18. And when we come back, we tell you why you must go to vote. Phase 1 sees 102 seats going to the ballot. And out of the 97 crore total voter base, a sizable number will have the chance to exercise their right and their fundamental duty. We get you a perspective when we come back. Stay with us.